This is a video about how guidance from a mentor can really streamline your approach and property journey. Very recently I met someone who was in their late 20s. He was quite established in his career, and so was his wife, and it just so happens that he's very interested in getting into the property world. So he'd currently bought a house in northwest London. He'd spent a lot of money fixing it up, and now it transpires that the estate agent has undervalued it in accordance with his expectations. The bank gave it a different valuation when he was looking to refinance, and he'd done all the flip work himself and spent time working out how to do it. The house he sourced was BMV, and now he potentially might be stuck in a situation where he spent a lot of time, money and effort into buying something and adding a lot of value, and that value may not be realised. So I was explaining how this is all about contacts, networking, systems and processes. So if you're to undergo a venture like this, then it's up to you in regards to what you want to do. Some people enjoy DIY and fixing things and painting, but if your goal is to build wealth, then all of this should be outsourced, as I was explaining to him. For example, he did the painting in the house, and I explained there are many people who have spent many years perfecting this skill. So rather than you spending time learning how to do this, which if you want to build wealth is a low time value task, then instead of this you outsource this to someone who's specialised in doing this for many years, which will save you time and you can focus on the higher value tasks. Also, in terms of sourcing, it seems he bought this property because he generally knows the area, or at least he's grown up in it or near it. It may not have been the best spot to buy in. He was quite aware after a while that the yields are now much higher in the north. He may have been able to add value to the property by doing this refurb, but it just did not seem very pre-calculated, and now he's in a precarious situation. I advised him to get a valuation from 2 or 3 other estate agencies that are preferably ALA registered or have a good reputation about them. Well, he should check on Facebook groups and ask for recommendations. There are Facebook groups with thousands of property professionals in them, and they can often point people in the right direction. So all may not be lost. It sounds like he has added a lot of value to a property that was below market, and when he potentially refinances, then this could be a very lucrative thing for him. His goal is to build money through property, but instead of understanding this tax situation, for example, if you buy properties under your personal name, which results in higher tax, he was not quite as aware that you could buy properties in a limited company to save on tax and avoid Section 24, the mortgage interest issue. Instead, him and his wife were planning to uproot and move to a different country that potentially has lower taxes for a while and then come back when things are better. This seems to be a huge upheaval in order to try to avoid taxes. There are reports that many people are moving to Dubai, for example, but apparently other studies show that this has just been calculated using their LinkedIn profile and may not reflect reality at all. So in essence, if you're looking to do property or any venture, always go for long-term thinking. Write down the steps and processes required and find the most efficient way to do them. My advice would be to combine his and his wife's savings, work out how much they have, work out their expenditure, maybe go back 6 months in their statements, predict where they want to be in terms of income in 1 year or 3 years or 5 years. Set the end goal of your earnings per month and then work back from that. He had made quite a few stock investments, but that's because he's in the finance world and he's more exposed to this. I think longer term holdings in large companies could be good, but the idea of day trading on the whole is probably not that effective. I tried for some years to do this and I didn't make great progress. I do have another YouTube channel that has 80 videos which shows how most forex strategies don't actually work. They all work some of the time, but in terms of building wealth, set your end goal, how much you want to earn per month, and then work back from that. With regards to property, rather than buying somewhere near your home, research the whole market, find agencies in areas you're interested in. These days there's a lot of interest in buying properties further north due to higher yields. Let a good agency source it and manage the refurb, or at least get local contractors in with good reputations to do the refurb work. You can monitor all this remotely. They can send photo updates, and if they're reputable people, this should not be an issue. After the refurb work is done, then you can get the property revalued and refinanced, and this can also be done remotely. The agency in question, if you've sourced the agency properly, then they can arrange for valuers and contractors to attend the property without you ever needing to even be there. This is the approach I would have taken. However, this is the first time he's done this. It sounds like it may turn out to be a profitable venture, but he knows now for next time to follow a process and procedure that makes things far more efficient and hands-off. Again, focus on the high time value tasks such as your main job or looking for new opportunities. The lower time value tasks such as letting contractors in and out, doing DIY and refurb work yourself, much of which can take years to perfect and specialise in. These should all be outsourced, and you can focus on other things that you need to focus on and grow and build wealth quicker, so in any given time frame you're building wealth and resource in a more efficient and quick way than you would have done if you were focusing on doing everything yourself. Thanks for listening. See you next time.